So once you receive your data manager status in OEDS, you're ready for access to the KReady system. So we'll talk a little bit about that now. We're going to walk you through the process of getting in the system, and then we'll move quickly to the live demo and work through some things relative to that. So again, you're going to go to ohio.kready.org. Once you have your credentials and information that allows you to log in, you'll use your username and password. You'll click login, and that's going to bring you to the administration page and what we call the welcome screen, if you will. And being able to go beyond that simply means clicking the word administration at the top of the screen. You see that circled in red. That brings you to the data manager dashboard. We'll show you that now. So once you click administration, you're now on your data manager dashboard, and you see there are a set of features, if you will, or options that you have access to as the data manager in the system. And those include the organizations, which is simply those organizations that you're involved with. At the district level, that's going to be your district, and then those buildings that fall under that district that you're responsible for as a data manager. The data collections are the tokens that you use to link or match the students and teachers, and they also tie all the data that's being collected during this particular assessment window together. So the data token that was used for the fall is different, a separate data collection than for the spring. Next, we have users, and that's going to be a list of all the teachers, data managers, and building administrators that you have in the system. So users are those folks that actually log in and have access to the system. Students are those persons that you're collecting the data on, that your teachers are collecting scores and information on and submitting that information to the system via their interface. And so that provides access to students if you need to make changes to students' names or information. That's where you would go to do that. Transfers are just what it implies. It's transferring one student or a student from one location to another location, or accepting a transfer request that's been submitted to you. And the bulk loader is where we'll spend the majority of our time. So I'll just kind of go on to the next piece. Data displays. If you are responsible for the kindergarten readiness assessment, the KRA, then you have access to other report features, different report features than you do for the ELA. And that's where the data displays comes into play here. KRA has, again, a few more features, a few different features than ELA at this present time. Then reports, that's where you as the data manager would access or download the information that the teachers have submitted. You can check to make sure that they've submitted all the correct information, check for blanks, and check for the various information that they have submitted. So such that if you see an N, which means a score not reported or not scoreable, you can communicate with the teacher to make sure that they provide you with the information that you need in order to list what that N is representing. And then the archive is a collection of just that data collections that have occurred that you, that your district and that you as the data manager have downloaded reports for. And that's very important. If you've not downloaded a report, then there would not be a collection there for you. So these are an archive of the data collections, the reports associated with a data collection that you've downloaded. Okay. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the bulk loader. Here is a screenshot of the bulk loader, and you see essentially there are three tabs here. There's a tab for uploads, one for automated, and we'll talk a little bit about that, and then one for templates. So uploads is just what it says, that this is where you're going to upload information. You're going to upload the data, and you'll see this in the live presentation here in just a moment. But this is where you would upload those student templates, teacher templates, the enrollments, and location administrator templates for use in the system, for adding people, adding persons to the system. The automated section is related to those that are using the file watcher, this is where you would go to see when those uploads have occurred and whether or not they've been successful or not. So that's the tab for automation, those of you that are using the file watcher. And then the templates list or provides a list of templates that you can use to upload. And again, Chris is going to go through that when we go to the live demo. She'll go through that section for you. Here you see a screenshot of what it looks like when you click on the templates tab and an example of a templates, the student template that you download. You have various template types here: students, teachers, enrollments and unenrollments, as well as location administrator. And then even within that, you have two different kinds of templates that you can download. So for instance, if I click on the students tab, I see that I could download a template that has all fields or only the required fields. And simply the difference between that is that the required fields are the fields required by the KReady system. So those are fields that the system needs in order to process the information that's being uploaded to it. The all fields would be all of those fields, all the demographic information that's collected and submitted vis-a-vis your SIS. And so the major difference there is the required fields are the fields that the KReady system needs in order to process the data. And again, this is just an explanation of those templates. For the teacher template, as I mentioned before, this establishes access for teachers and enables the linkage for the student to be linked to the teacher. So if there's no teacher in the system, there's no teacher for the student to be connected with. Next would be the student template. And again, that allows you as the data manager to add students to the system for a particular data collection. The enrollments template allows you to link the teacher and the student. So with, again, using the data token, the current data token, that allows you to link that teacher and student so that that teacher can begin to rate or provide a score for the student. Next is the unenrollment template. So if you have a student that is withdrawn from a teacher, you can use this template to remove that link between the teacher and the student. And then the last example here is the location administrator template. And again, that provides access for your building principals so that they have access to reports. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about formatting because you'll see an example of that live, but we have a video that we've posted online. It's on the KReady support site. You can click on the data loading section, and that right at the top of the page is a video on how to format if you're not familiar with formatting leading zeros in Excel. We've done this multiple times, and we've had several data managers send us wonderful messages telling us that they got it, they understand how to format. But we know that there may be one or two that do not. So what we've done is, again, we've created a video, very simple walkthrough that shows you how to do that. So you can go back and reference how to format leading zeros. And I mentioned earlier about the file watcher. The file watcher is an application that allows you to upload files automatically to the KReady system via CureFTP process. That's going to be based upon folders that are created. You simply would drop the template in the folder and it begins a batch process to connect to the server and send the file. This is something that larger school districts might use because of the ease in uploading large amounts of data or information at a time.